guys. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my stream. I just crossed over into Oklahoma. There's a tornado warning just to my west, near Stigler and McCurtain, Oklahoma. We also have severe thunderstorms in northwest Arkansas right now. There's no tornado threat right now with those storms. Main concern, though, right now is the tornado warning near Kenta and McCurtain, Oklahoma. These storms could eventually move into western Arkansas. I feel like the tornado threat was a little bit higher about 20 minutes ago with these storms. I feel like now they're just turning into a little bit more of a wind threat. There's a lot of lightning involved. I don't know how long I'll be live on this channel. Admittedly, I just went live because of the tornado warning and just in case, assisting local news and all that good stuff. But we could have severe weather most of the day across Arkansas, especially in the afternoon and evening hours. Isolated to scattered thunderstorms. So it's definitely something that we're going to have to watch closely through the next several hours. And maybe even into the night hours as well. So, might be a long day. But I'm gonna jog west just a little bit and see what these storms do. Give them some time to see if they cause any problems here locally for western Arkansas. I'm probably going to stay pretty close to western Arkansas today. These storms that I'm on now, if they end up kind of shuffling out and don't really evolve into much of anything, sorry, I just said something real quick. If these storms don't evolve into anything, I might end the live later, and then I can start another live up later today. I don't really know what I'm going to do, to be honest with you guys. But when I saw this storm go up and immediately start rotating, I knew that I was probably going to have to just go ahead and go live early because it involves western Arkansas. I know a lot of eastern Oklahoma people follow too because I live pretty close to this area. But this storm is still rotating a little bit. They're southwest of McCurtain, Oklahoma. It's about to head into LaFleur County. So if you're from western Arkansas, you're probably familiar with LaFleur County, Oklahoma. It's where Poto is, Pacola, Panama, that area. It's a gross morning. It's very warm, very humid, feels like tornado weather. Like, this is the most tornado-ish weather I think I have felt in a long time. That doesn't mean there's going to be a bunch of tornadoes today either. I'm just saying it's really super. So these are the storms that we're after here just to our west. Honestly, the tornado threat, I feel like, is really waning on this. The circulation is all but, I don't know, there might be a secondary area of circulation there just south of Stigler, but it looks like it's turning into just a big wall of water, which is pretty standard right now with how high the dew points are right now. It's really humid outside. For those of you who are wondering where I am currently in eastern Oklahoma near Rock Island, between Rock Island, near Cameron, Poto, watching storms headed for western Arkansas right now. We do have severe thunderstorms in northwest Arkansas, north central Arkansas, but the storms that I am currently focused on is the complex headed east for western Arkansas. So think like Fort Smith, maybe even down to like Waldron, Mulberry, Greenwood. I think eventually with time, these storms will move into western Arkansas and can pose a wind risk, maybe even some hail as well. And I'm probably just going to keep my live feed up here for the next little while. It looks like we're going to have thunderstorm potential here over the next few hours. I'm on Highway 112 here near Cameron, Oklahoma. Facing west, you're looking west. I'll show you guys. Give me just 1 second, and I will show you the radar. And show you exactly what I'm looking at. So they have a severe thunderstorm warning. That's where I am right there in eastern Oklahoma, looking at these storms near McCurtain, Keota, Stigler. There is a tornado warning. I think they're going to cancel the tornado warning. I don't think there's any reason for there to be a tornado warning anymore. But I do note that they have the severe thunderstorm warning polygon that extends out to my location. And then we also have these storms going on here in northwest Arkansas. So pretty rural area of the state, but you can see here they're east of West Fork and then southwest of Ponca. If you're familiar with Arkansas, you know from West Fork over there south of Ponca, mountainous areas, very rural, so hopefully nobody get messed with too bad, but there's some strong winds are possible and whatnot. As far as the whole state, not a whole lot going on right now. Outside of northwest Arkansas, that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens here over the next little while. We do have more storms down here in southern Oklahoma that might impact southwest Arkansas with time, but those are a long ways away. But right now, my main concern is this right here, just to my west. This is what could impact western Arkansas here over the next, I don't know, maybe an hour, hour and a half. Strong winds are possible, maybe even some large hail, tornadoes. So in the short term, that's what we're watching. That's what I'm out for. On a Wednesday morning at 10:12 a.m., I need coffee, I need Celsius, I need clean cooking. I should have went to Jam Mart. I should have went to Jam Mart in Greenwood, but I was in a hurry, and I didn't. If you guys have questions in the chat, I would be happy to answer them while we're sitting still for this short amount of time. I'm going to go ahead and plug the stream on my Facebook and let people know that I'm live. Carissa, I don't really know where I'm headed today, to be honest with you. I'm going to see what these storms in eastern Oklahoma do before I make any decisions. I would like to stay somewhat close to home. I have some family things today, this afternoon, but obviously if I have to move around, I can. But I feel like today the main concern is large hail. Even in southwest Arkansas, I know that there's a little bit better tornado threat down there, but I still feel like large hail is the main concern today. So I will probably stay in western Arkansas. I might go down central Arkansas if needed. The storms in northern Arkansas right now are, in my opinion, pretty elevated. Not really seeing a whole lot of tornado potential out of those. The storm that I'm on now had stronger rotation about 45 minutes ago, but I feel like it's waned a little bit. Do you feel the storms are more dangerous than other years? It does seem that way, Marine Vet Mom. And I'm not saying that it's unusual to have dangerous storms in May, but this year it just seems like we've had so many strong to violent storms. Brittany says, I'm so happy to see you live. Tornado anxiety in full force. I understand. We got this, though. Really need to watch Saturday. I think Saturday could be a problem for us. I hope not, but we'll see. There is still some broad rotation near Stigler. This storm should be riding the stationary front. Yeah, so this storm is working off that front. There's a stalled front draped from southwest to northeast across the area. And certainly could have interacted with it earlier when it went tornado warned. It looks strong. There's a lot of lightning in it, a lot of rain, maybe even some hail. Well, I hope nothing, you don't come to Mayflower. Okay. Last time I was in Mayflower was for a school visit, so good memories of Mayflower for me. Let's see. He needs a DoorDash. I do need DoorDash right now. Yeah, well, we might have to stop and get food later, but for now I'm good. I can hold off for a while. I had a late night last night watching storms. We had severe thunderstorms in central Arkansas, Little Rock, eastern Arkansas, so I didn't really get a whole lot of sleep last night, unfortunately. Draper says, Zach, how do you deal with rain-wrapped tornadoes as a storm chaser? You got to be really careful. Rain-wrapped storms are extremely dangerous. So you've got to be really careful because if you get too close, you may not realize there's a big tornado right next to you. Radars, can obviously help you identify. Connor Goodson, what's up, man? Connor's my sports guy. I bug him all the time. Connor says, how is Central Arkansas looking for later? I got somebody approaching my car. Hey, man, how are you?
Got to be a tornado somewhere?
Well, the storm to our west did have a tornado warning, but they dropped it. It's just a severe thunderstorm for now, but it's going to be not very friendly, I'm sure. A lot of rain, lightning, and all that good stuff. So, are you from here?
Well, I live in Albion now, but...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just driving in the truck, and I seen the alerts, and first time I ever was actually in a tornado was in Dallas, and my phone started going crazy. But I'm from Ohio.
Okay, all right.
Cincinnati, and we don't never get tornadoes.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just a tornado.
Yeah, no, I think we're good for now, but there could be strong winds with this storm. It's moving our way.
Oh, it's moving this way?
It's headed eastbound right now. I think the biggest concern short term is wind and hail and just a lot of rain, brother. So if you're driving, be careful.
I hope I'm out of here.
Yeah, man. Be safe.
To pick up at 2 and Fort Smith, and I'm going to Ohio.
Okay. Well, be careful when you drive home. See you, buddy.
Right.
Connor, to answer your question, the entire state of Arkansas has a chance for seeing storms today. I think the better chance for really big hail and maybe even some tornadoes are higher across southwest Arkansas. But the whole state has chances for storms today. They can be isolated and scattered at times. So it's not a slam dunk forecast. It's actually really tough to forecast. But I think the odds increase later today and this evening. This is just the early round, the appetizer for today. There is a severe thunderstorm warning that was issued out for Ponca, Jasper, Western Grove, and Everton. I'll show you guys on the screen real quick. So, obviously really nasty over Ponca right now, but that extends up to Harrison, Everton, Western Grove, St. Joe, Piatt. So they're in southern Boone County. So if you live in that area and it's getting nasty outside, that's what's going on. No tornado warnings for the time being there. All right, let's see if I can put my phone up here. What's the chances of these storms being a bust for the people that saw some pretty gross storms last night? Paige, unfortunately, I don't really have any... I don't think the storms last night are going to have any form of impact on the storms today as far as making them weak or something like that. I think we're kind of in it for the long haul on that. Jamie says, I feel like you could storm pretty good on the south side of Fort Smith. Yeah, it feels soupy, stormy outside. How are you feeling after your accident? I'm good to go. The car's, it's drivable. It just has some interior stuff and exterior stuff needs fixed. But I'm good. Jabba says, I'm down at Pine Bluff. Looks like we are more concerned about hail. What do you say, Zach? Yeah, I definitely think hail is the bigger concern today, along with strong winds. Doesn't mean tornadoes can't happen, but today is not a high tornado threat. Yeah, Hannah, that's the storms I'm on, the one that had the tornado warning near Stigler. I'm not in southern Arkansas. I am currently, I'll show you guys, in eastern Oklahoma near Panama. I'm just across the Arkansas state line watching the storms to my west near McCurtain, Keota. These storms had a tornado warning earlier. That's why I went live initially, because I was worried about the downstream impacts here in western Arkansas. But we're still going to cover these storms accordingly and go with them for the time being. With your teaching, I had the area of concern pinpointed before you showed us your radar. That's awesome. Thank you. But yeah, really watching these storms to my west. I really think right now, some wind, maybe some hail buried up in there. Not real big. Not super, super concerned with this right now. Is there a chance for tornadoes in Clinton, Arkansas today? Yeah, but it's a pretty low risk. There's a risk for tornadoes across most of the state this afternoon and this morning, I guess. They went ahead and extended the severe thunderstorm warnings up in northern Arkansas well down into northern Pope County, northern Johnson County. Once again, that area is very rural, mostly mountainous, so not a lot of people live up there, but still something to watch. If for some reason you're watching from that area, that's what's going on. Incredibly scary looking clouds and weather, Johnson County. Vicious sails just went by, says Tommy Bolin. In Johnson County? Maybe if you're in far northern Johnson County? Oh, Johnson County, Oklahoma. I gotcha. Okay. I got you. It looks like the worst part of this storm is actually kind of branching out to the southeast. So we might, here in a minute, jog down to Poto and go south and, see what that kind of looks like. But I would like to be patient and see how these storms evolve over the next 20 minutes or so. There was a tornado last night in Clinton, but nothing happened. Yeah, that circulation was way southwest of Clinton. That was down in way southwest of Clinton. I think they added Clinton to the tornado warning out of precaution, I think, in case it moved to the northeast. Hi, Rita. Yeah, if you're in northeastern Johnson County, you are currently under a severe thunderstorm warning due to the storms just to your northwest. Deputy, I am in eastern Oklahoma. Near Rock Island and Cameron, Panama, Poto, that area. Awaiting storms just to my west. They're on the way right now from the west. Just trying to kind of stay close to western Arkansas because I mean that's kind of my thing right now. I'm trying to stay up with these storms as they head east. There's no tornado warnings, just severe thunderstorm warnings to my west. Sorry about my windshield. Guys, honestly, it's pretty hard to keep the windshields clean right now because of how humid it is outside. I'm going to turn my heat on to do the windshield. What is the tornado potential for southeast Oklahoma today and the timing? I think the biggest concern here is over the next, we'll say the next 2 to 3 hours on this early round, but we could have additional development along the Red River later today in southeast Oklahoma, so you'd have to watch the evening time as well. Like I've been telling all of my Arkansas followers, we unfortunately have severe weather opportunities most of the day, and that includes southeast Oklahoma. Yeah, I see that near Wilburton. It's kind of hard to get a whole lot of a look down there, honestly. It looks like we're going to get the northern edge of this, which really I'm not super concerned with. I don't feel like the wind threat is very high. At least right now, I don't. Guys, we have 341 people in here. Be sure if you're watching the live, leave a like on here, leave a comment, and let me know where you're watching from. If you have questions, ask them now so I can answer them while I'm not driving. And that way, if you have questions or need help or want to know what's going to be coming today, I can maybe help you some. It's hard to do whenever I'm driving. It's not very safe to do. I try to limit it as much as possible. Yep. Thank you, Carrie. I see you guys. The comments are appearing now. Watching from Heavener. Zach, have you been in a storm and smelled something burning and it's foggy and hot? No, I haven't, buddy. Is there going to be big hail in Fort Smith and Van Buren today? There is an opportunity for that in Fort Smith and Van Buren. I think the better odds for large hail is going to be across southwest Arkansas, though. Heather Hughes is in Hackett. I'm not too far from Hackett right now. Is there a reason why these storms seem to deaden when they get to the state line? That's a good question. It does seem like that's happened a lot. Don't really have much of an explanation for it, to be honest. Jeffrey, both Pope and Johnson County are under severe thunderstorm warnings right now. Northern sections of the counties due to storms to the north. Hello, Zach. I'm that one person you met at the monkey house that one time. I'm thinking threat today is more substantial in southwest Arkansas. Tristan said that. What's up, Tristan? Yeah, man. I remember you. Yeah, definitely. I think southwest Arkansas has the better potential this afternoon. What's up, Zach? Be safe today. What's your pin right now? I'm in eastern Oklahoma right now near Cameron watching severe thunderstorms just to my west approach my location. Looks like the worst of it, though, is going to be to my southwest, which kind of stinks because this area is not easy to chase in. I'm in McAllister. Do you think we will get a tornado today? Honestly, I haven't really looked at that area a whole lot. I feel like the threat's a little bit lower down there. Daniel, I don't think I'll be in Dumas today, honestly. Famous last words, I'll end up in South Arkansas since I said that. It never fails. Yeah, no, I'm definitely hoping nothing happens. I'm from Arkansas, so Arkansas has had tornadoes this year, but I feel like we've been pretty lucky at times compared to like Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Iowa that have been just devastated with tornadoes and storms and huge hail. I'm good. I would love for literally nothing to happen. I'm over it. Watched you drive through McGee a few days ago. Yep. Hey, Herbie. Yep, that was me. I was down in South Arkansas for some storms not long ago. It does look like we have a little bit more rotation on this storm to our southwest near Red Oak. Mitchell, there's a tornado threat in Malvern today. It's pretty low, much like the rest of the state. It's difficult to give an exact pinpoint for your city, though, because storms can be isolated to scattered. Oklahoma has had a very rough year. Yeah, it's been bad. It has been really bad. I hope that Oklahoma can get a break, but unfortunately, it looks like we'll have more storms on Saturday. Be safe out there. Get my brother. Next time we see him. I'm in eastern Oklahoma, near Cameron, Rock Island. Waiting on storms just to my west to arrive at my location. For those of you who are just now joining, I'm going to do a quick radar update, make sure everyone's up to speed on what we have going on. Grab my stream phone real quick. So this is what we're looking at right now across northern Arkansas. So severe thunderstorm warnings, Ponca, Harrison, that area. There's also just thunderstorms in general going on in the region. This is where I am right now. I am in eastern Oklahoma, just south of Fort Smith, near Poto, Spiro, Panama, and Cameron. This is what's headed in my direction. Strong thunderstorms just to my west. That's what we're looking into. This could have downstream impacts into western Arkansas. That's why I stayed down here instead of going up to North Arkansas. I want to see what these storms do as they move east here with time. I do think that we've talked about it at length this morning here in the car. I think that today the biggest concern is hail and strong winds. That does not mean that tornadoes can't occur. I just don't think the tornado threat is exceptionally high right now. The better odds for tornadoes and hail will likely be later today across far southwest Arkansas. So think like down to Texarkana, kind of in that area, with storms that continue to develop along the Red River region in Oklahoma and Texas. But I'm going to give these storms that we're on right now an opportunity here over the next 30 minutes before I make any decisions. Yeah, Brittany, actually I can. I was actually looking at that just a second ago and show you kind of what I'm looking at. So this is what the highest resolution data that I have access to. This is what it does with storms through the rest of the day. So this moves out. This is at 10 a.m., 11 a.m., noon, 1, 2, 3. See this down here in southwest Arkansas? That's where I think the models are hitting on that potential for some larger hail and some tornadoes. And then we also have stronger storms in far eastern Arkansas later today. This is at 3 p.m. And guys, you can't take this as the gospel. This model has been rough lately. It has not been perfectly right. You have more storms that develop in southwest Arkansas. See, that's at 7 p.m. tonight. You've got storms ongoing in far southwest Arkansas. Who knows what that will entail? Likely just a large hail and a wind threat. And that's going to continue across South Arkansas, 9, 10 p.m. So think 8 to 10 p.m. window across far South Arkansas. Not a whole lot going up, along and north of I-40 this evening. And then there's also more storm development that happens late tonight. That's at 2 a.m. So, I'll stop it there because once it gets there, I feel like we're kind of, we're getting a la-la land a little bit. But as we go into the midnight, 1 a.m. time frame, that's kind of what we're looking at as far as more storms that develop in northern Arkansas. JJ Sloan says, can you hold that phone still? I'm sorry. I thought I was holding it pretty still. It's hard to do that and hold the phone still. Yeah, Brittany, I don't really know what the Arkansas Storm Team people and the Radar Omega, I don't really know what data it's ingesting, if it's like what we were looking at, the high resolution rapid refresh or not. If I wasn't holding the phone still, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do a bunch of things at once. Dustin says, might get to use our safe room on my campus today in Perryville while we are still in school. I hope you don't have to, but unfortunately with storms being around. I'm kind of glad that I've sat here for a minute because I feel like these storms to my west have kind of had some time to organize a little bit. The rotation was really strong earlier. If we need to, might back up and go east a little bit, back into western Arkansas, and reposition for these storms. Unfortunately, this part of the state is pretty tough to storm chase in, guys, here in western Arkansas. Truly says, what's going on with Picola? Nothing right now. There's some storms to our west. That's what I'm looking at right now that are severe due to a wind concern, maybe some hail. Tom, I do have Venmo, yeah. I just don't really like plugging it because I don't want people thinking that I'm just on here begging for money. I'll send you the. I'll put the Venmo in the comments though if you wanna donate. I really appreciate it. I'll do Venmo and Cash App. Thank you, Army Mom. $5. How's it looking around the Lake of the Ozarks today? We'll need to watch storms later today. We'll have some potential. I hope I'm doing this right. All right, here's my there's my Venmo, and I'll do my Cash App too. It just feels weird doing this because I feel like I don't ever want people to think that I'm on here just begging for money, because that's not what I'm doing this for. I really appreciate it when people do that, but like, it's not necessary. Like, I don't ever want people to think that that's what this is about. But I really do appreciate it when people send the stuff. That's really, really cool. And it helps me with fuel. So fuel costs are terrible nowadays, as I'm sure everyone else knows. Paying for fuel is not fun, and food. Luckily, I have Clean Cooking, a meal prep place here local to Western Arkansas, and it's incredible. It really helps me with the food stuff. Mouse says you said something about Southeast. Yeah, South Arkansas later today. That's what you're talking about. That thunderstorm potential probably later tonight down that way. Kel says, should we be more worried about the storms later? Yeah, I do think that storms that form later today. I gotta put my defrost back on, guys. It's getting soupy in here. I do think that the storms later today, this afternoon and this evening, especially across southwest Arkansas, will have better potential for strong thunderstorms, hail, and wind, maybe some tornadoes. Dustin says, will you go live with Ryan Hall today on his feed? I would if he was live, but Ryan probably won't be live today because the threat's not real high. But yeah, Ryan always has access to my feed. We work together a lot during severe weather. Easier to send you money. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Truly says wall cloud and Spyro. Maybe a shelf cloud. I don't really know if we'll have a wall cloud in Spyro. That would be pretty displaced from the storms. It does look like there's a little bit of a hook on the far southwest side near LaFleur and Red Oak. Sorry if the windshield's kind of hard to see through, guys. It is so humid outside. My location right now, I'm in eastern Oklahoma near Cameron, Panama, Poto, kind of in that area. I'm right off of Highway 112, awaiting for storms to arrive in my location. I think the main concern with the storm, though, is going to be down near LaFleur and Red Oak. Might need to go down to, I don't know. The problem is, man, if I go down there, it is a pain to get east. I did this a while back and had a storm that pretty much, nearly produced a tornado there in Heavener, close to Heavener. James, no, probably not. That storm's way south. That'll probably go south of here. I'm actually on the severe thunderstorms near Poto right now. Really watching that southwest side of the storm. It's almost like it's handed off the mesocyclone to the very far southwest side of the storm. Thanks, Noah. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you, buddy. I see people sending me the stuff on Venmo and Cash App. I appreciate it, guys. The leading edge of these storms that are just to my west don't really look anything too crazy. I think I am going to go down to Poto, maybe go down the bypass and just see what these storms do. If anything, we can just come back up north. I mean, these storms aren't moving incredibly fast either. I mean, they're moving east of 30, so... I just don't want to get too far away from western Arkansas because I know a lot of people watch from Arkansas, but these storms are one county away from the state line, so I'm not too concerned. Yeah, I think you're right, Tristan. I think that the hook on this storm on the far southwest side is where any of the action, if there is any action, is going to be. So. Army Mom, $20 super chat, says, go have a nice lunch. We were talking earlier. Today, starting early, so we'll have to go get some lunch later. Yeah, so if they're moving slow, it just seems like when they're moving slow, it just seems like it's easier to keep up with them. For me, I think the lead time, the warning is better to let people know. It gives people more time to prepare. Like, I don't know. There's just, to me, it's just a lot better. We're gonna go to Poto though and go south and just see what these storms are gonna do. I don't ever want anyone to feel like seems like I'm always leaving Arkansas, because last night I wasn't in Arkansas. I was in eastern Oklahoma too, but I'm just trying to keep up with what we got going on here because this could impact us eventually. Tom Shields, $49.99 super chat. Thank you so much, man. That's incredible. That is awesome. You guys are really taking care of me this morning. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Brooke. No, it's okay, Tom. I appreciate you. This storm is definitely looking more interesting on the southwest side. We'll say that. Yeah, that storm is looking pretty good. So I'm probably going to blast south on the bypass, try to get down to Howe and Heavener and see what I can get in this storm. It's getting pretty dark here in front of me, though, as you can see. And guys, I have no idea. I don't remember what the service was like there south of Poto, so if the feed cuts, it'll come back up as soon as service comes back in. So don't stress too bad if it goes down. I feel like we did pretty well down here. This is pretty spooky looking clouds here in front of us. I don't really think it's anything to worry about with this, but it definitely looks a little spooky. Yeah, the last few scans on that storm it looks just better organized than it did. The storm's moving into Fort Smith right now. Someone asked about them. Not really much of a threat, to be honest with you. Some lightning and some thunder, rainfall, but no tornado threat right now as of 10:48 a.m. on Wednesday. These clouds to my right, though, pretty scary looking. Just a lot of SLCs, scary looking clouds. You can see it right above our head here. Look off to the right. Wow. These things look like they're almost on the ground. Holy cow. Dude, that is wicked looking. For those of you who are familiar, we're about to drive through Poto. Not through the town, but yeah, pretty creepy looking, honestly. Looks like we got some heavier rain just to my west here. I think this storm that we're after is right on the boundary, the stalled boundary. That's to our southwest, which means that it could have a localized tornado potential here over the next little bit. So much. Yeah, the LCLs are super low. It's like the LCLs are like dragging the ground is what it looks like. That's what we were looking at back there. Yeah, so the storms that we're on right now, the far southwest storm that we're going for is just south of the boundary. So that's a good thing for tornado potential. I will say the last few reflectivity scans don't look as good as they did earlier. Pretty strong, like we like to call it, 3 Cape, low, 0 to 3 kilometer region of the atmosphere. Instability, there's quite a bit of it. And there's also a lot of vorticity present where we are. So I could see that the tornado threat being realized here short term. So this will be interesting to see what happens. There's not a whole lot of low-level shear, though, honestly. That sometimes can really negate your tornado potential. When there's not a whole lot of low-level shear to work with, storms can really struggle. Sometimes they can really enhance their own local atmosphere, though, especially if there's a stalled boundary like we have today, a stalled frontal zone. Tronan's asking about Jonesboro. Yeah, I think later today, this afternoon, is where your potential for that's going to be. And then maybe later tonight if we have more storms develop overnight. No such thing as heat lightning. Yeah, no. Heat lightning is just a thunderstorm that you're far enough away from that you can't hear the thunder. So My life was a lie. I grew up hearing heat lightning a lot. Which radar are you using? So I use Radar Scope. I like Radar Scope for radar viewing, but I like Radar Omega for the maps. So sometimes I'll use both of them because Radar Omega is good too. Yeah, I think the tornado potential will be a little bit better tomorrow. I need to dig into the data and see the exact locations. Honestly, I'm trying to take these things day by day. It's hard not to look at Saturday, though. I feel like Saturday has a lot of potential, unfortunately. I think our best bet with this storm is to try to get right in front of it and just see what happens. We're not far. I don't know if it's going to do anything, but we'll get south here towards Heavener. For those of you who have been with me for a while, you'll know that about 3 weeks ago, we were down here and had an incredible storm. It was rotating like crazy. Produced a big lowering right in front of the stream. It was pretty wild. In this same area, so... Sorry about the stream getting tilted to the left. I've got a charger cord in there that keeps pulling it down. Just pulled off for a little bit. Anna says, how does Arkansas look? Anna, do you have Facebook? If you do, I've got a full update on my Facebook from this morning. I'll actually link it in the comments. For those of you who are curious about where you live, what's going to happen today. Nice. John. Dealing with some intermittent feed cuts. It's very normal in this area. The feed will pick back up. It's really annoying when the feed cuts, but usually it doesn't last too long, so. I'm just not so sure that this storm is really up to any no good. It just seems like right now it's kind of struggling. Looks like we got something going on the road here though in front of us. An accident or? Oh no. Road work maybe? They're spraying the weeds in the ditch. Thank God there's not a... I'm currently southbound, headed for Heavener, Oklahoma. Was just kind of checking out this storm just to my west that had a little bit of a suspicious look to it for a little bit, but I'm probably about to turn around, honestly. It looks like the storms to my north are starting to intensify a little bit more, so I'll probably just turn around, honestly, and go back north. Find my next turnaround spot. Is this one? I can't see. Yeah, that was one, but I couldn't see. We're gonna turn around and go back north and try to get towards those Panama and Sharon. doesn't last long. The storm structure in front of us, so that looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Thank you, Karen, for the $4.99 super chat. I appreciate it. Looks like I need these people to go. We're stuck in traffic here, but there's rotation increasing just to our north near Panama and Shady Point, Oklahoma. This could eventually move into western Arkansas. Rotation definitely increasing on this, though. If this continues, I'd be surprised if they don't issue a tornado warning for that. Oh my gosh, guys, go. Why are we going 15 miles at this speed limit? Kind of wonder if this is the lowering in front of us. I feel like it's pretty close. It might be kind of hard to see though, I don't really know. There's definitely rotation there though, for sure. Yeah, it looks pretty mean, honestly. But it's difficult to say if that's the actual lowering or yeah, definitely. There's definitely rotation there though, for sure. I've got to make a decision on whether or not I want to keep going on 112 toward Cameron or if I want to go up north on 59 and drive up close to the circulation. No, not this one. This is way north of Idabel. Idabel is as far southeast Oklahoma. I'm in east central Oklahoma, close to Arkansas. this is almost like a little bit of an embedded supercell, kind of by itself. I don't have an updated scan, but there's definitely rotation there. I'm trying to be careful here. I do not want to hydroplane again. I was going about the same speed the last time it happened, 55 miles an hour. I was not even going fast. Yeah, I'm not about to hydroplane again. That was not fun. Tell you what, it made me respect driving in water a little bit more. That's for sure. I'm not about to mess around with that. Still rotating. I think the best move is to go to Cameron and get this storm as it moves east instead of trying to go north. Hit that area is probably the best play here. See more lightning coming out of this storm to my west. To my north, I mean. Yeah, that's what. So funny enough, what got me to turn around and go back to this storm was the lightning increase. And then right after the lightning increase, I noticed the rotation starting to increase. That is such a good sign when it comes to tornadoes. Struggling a little bit though. Little mini spinners is what they look like, really. This one, and then the storm just to the south, the one that we were on near Worcester and Howe, kind of look like little mini spinners. No tornado warnings. Two storms north and south of me that I'm really watching close. These storms are not severe. There's no severe thunderstorm warnings. So that's a good sign. There's probably going to be, unfortunately, some times today too, guys, where I kind of just have to bite the bullet and pull off and go off on county roads and back roads, and that's probably going to cut the stream at times. There's really nothing I can do about it. I mean, there is some things that are in the pipeline for us to work on, but not, I don't have it yet, so just want to give everyone a heads up on that. This is that other storm. Look back here to the southwest. I'm gonna hop out for a second, take a picture of that. That's the storm with the lowering on it. Or I just know with the lowering on it. It had some rotation on it. Little mini, almost like a little mini spinner supercell. It's kind of what it looks like, really. I want to show you guys something. Watch, look at this. So this is that storm to my southwest, down near like south of Poto, the one we were literally just on. Look how fast these clouds are racing into this thing from right to left. Holy cow, this is moving so fast. This is inflow. This storm is just rapidly pulling inflow in from right to left. Almost like think of it like a feeder, like a conveyor belt. That's the best way to, I mean, visually you can see how fast it's moving. That's the area of interest back there, though. Wow. Yeah, it's like a vacuum. Someone commented and says it's like a vacuum. That's what it looks like. That storm's really ramped up on lightning as well. Rotation is just like overly strong. But these storms have kind of segmented themselves into isolated storms. I don't think they're like moving that fast, but I'm probably gonna go to Hackett. That way, if I want to blast south to like Hartford, I can. Or stay here for this other storm. I feel like that's the best move. Man, this kind of looks like there's a lowering on the storm though. Look at this. That might just be the leading edge of this little complex. But you can still see it above our heads here. This whole thing's just like feeding into it right in there. I appreciate y'all riding with me. I love this, man. I'm such a weather nerd. It is not even funny. This stuff will never not be cool to me. I got my heater on here. Actually kind of feels good, honestly. I don't think I can do 85 in here though. I gotta have like 73. so someone asked me if I plan on seeing the Twisters movie. Yeah, and we are also, myself and meteorologist Garrett Lewis are going to be doing a Twisters movie premiere in Fort Smith, Arkansas in July. So that'll be cool too. People can come by and talk to us if they want. We're going to talk some severe weather stuff and then watch the movie. So it'll be a good time. Yeah, no, I'll definitely go see the movie. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I don't think these storms that I'm on are like imminently tornadic or anything. I think they just have mini supercellular characteristics, like little mini supercells is what I call them, mini subs. But I don't see any imminent tornado threat or anything like that. We'll see what happens here over the next little bit. I feel like I say that a lot. We'll see what happens here over the next little bit. There's no severe thunderstorm warnings in the state of Arkansas right now. We're clear for the time being. That will probably change later today. We will likely have some more stronger storms in southwest Arkansas later today, southern Arkansas, eventually probably eastern and northern Arkansas. Again, we might have redevelopment late tonight. So, probably a busy day. Starting to kind of lose lightning on this north storm though, which tells me that it's either going through a pretty hard cycle process or it's dying. The one to the south kind of lost its lightning too. It's almost like they hit a ramp up and then just kind of fell apart. We do have more storms developing in Oklahoma near Braggs, northwest of Evening Shade, that are stronger, but that is north of the boundary, so the tornado threat with that is very, very low. I need a cheeseburger like right now. I'm craving a cheeseburger so bad right now. I'm not gonna do it. I'm trying to eat better, but what's up, Brandon? Bet you didn't expect to come onto my live stream and hear me talking about cheeseburgers, but here you are. Oh my gosh. I'll probably eat clean for lunch. That way, if I want to have a good dinner, I can. I've heard this place has a good burger. The Shell Station right here, Rock Island. I'm telling y'all though, the best gas station cheeseburger I've ever had is at Jam Mart on Grand Avenue in Fort Smith. And I'm not just saying this because Jam Mart is a sponsor, friends of mine, they're partners. It is so good. Their chicken strips are really good too. So if you're ever in Fort Smith, They have a store on Grand Avenue right off the interstate. It is really good. Guys, the feed's probably going to come out here in just a second for like 30-45 seconds, just a heads up. This stretch of highway into Hackett, it tends to kind of get lost a little bit. Cindy, no, I don't know. It hasn't been rated. It's upper echelon tornado, EF3, EF4 minimum. But I don't know. I'm sure they're going to have a lot of engineers coming in to look. I'm sure it'll be out in a few days. That. Sugarloaf Lake store has a good burger. I've heard that. I'm from this area. I'm from Hackett, Arkansas, which we're about to go through. So I've actually been down there before, but I haven't had that burger in a long time. Where's it going to go? Welcome to Hackett, Arkansas. Hometown of Zachary Hall, the Arkansas Stormtracker. This is it. I've drove through here before while I'm working on stream and stuff, but there's a lot of storms going on. So. This is it, though. Rags. I might need to go for a smell. See. Get up close in case the storm decides. Facebook's where most of my work goes. It's just so easy to talk to so many people. But I like YouTube as well. YouTube is great for streaming, obviously. I don't like Facebook's streaming capabilities. It's trash, but YouTube is much better for that. Facebook is much better for out of Hackett, headed for Bonanza. Kind of have a hard time keeping signal right now. I can pull over in this driveway. It's a family member's. storms that are near Tallahena, Oklahoma that are stronger. Pulling next to the Bonanza police here. Figure out what I'm going to do. Oh, man. Bonanza restaurant here is pretty good. Up here. No way, dude. No way. Guys, I'm sorry about the stream. I think it's just trying to keep up right now. It should fix here soon. Sound is terrible. Sound is terrible. Is it not coming through right? It doesn't look like it's getting fed right, honestly. Like I'm in a helicopter? What? Let me turn this up and see if I can hear it. Oh, I hear it. It's not coming through right? Okay, yeah, that's kind of annoying. Alright, 1 second. Stop. I should let this go. In Bonanza, Arkansas. Just kind of waiting to see what I'm going to do with these storms. Right now, there's just not much going on here where I am. We have storms across northern Arkansas, some new storms that have formed in central and northeast Arkansas. As a matter of fact, I think it's a great time to do that. Let's do a quick radar update so everyone can see what I'm talking about. So, if you're watching this and you live in Arkansas, we have thunderstorms now that have formed across northeast Arkansas from Paragould all the way down to Beebe and Searcy. One second. I'm trying to make sure there's not an ad playing while I'm doing this. Okay. Storms from Paragould all the way down to Beebe, Searcy. There's some storms near Wynne and Newport. Excuse me. And then we also have storms in far southeast Oklahoma, so southeast of like McAllister, but storms all the way up to northern Arkansas up near Harrison. We have no severe thunderstorms in Arkansas. There's no severe thunderstorms anywhere across the state right now, so let's hopefully maintain that trend for the time being. I think right now the biggest concern is going to end up being this afternoon and this evening, especially across southwest Arkansas. From Little Rock down to Texarkana seems to make the most sense. Yeah, it's really, really humid, guys. Big time. These storms to my west, though, the bumpy road. Bonanza Road. right over. Sorry about the stream, guys. I know it's choppy right now. Kind of surprising too, because it's really good service here. Yeah. The severe weather threat is pretty much a go from now until later this evening, and then we can have overnight storms as well. Yeah, we haven't had a whole lot going on. We got on some storms that, tried to rotate and produce some lightning, and everything's been pretty chill thus far. Nothing too crazy, which I kind of expected, honestly. It's 11:42 in the morning. I think any considerable threat for severe weather is going to be later today, especially south of I-40 in southwest Arkansas. I feel like the northern half of the state, we don't have the parameter space for it. I feel like we have the instability for some of us. Because when you look at the meso-analysis for later today, it's been a minute since I've looked at it. When you look at the meso-analysis for today, it's just not, I don't know, it's just not the same across the board. There's a lot of instability in southwest Arkansas, central Arkansas, and northeast Arkansas. We're talking like 5,000 to 4,500 joules per kilogram of CAPE, which is very, very high. But then you go into northern Arkansas, and it's not the same. It's way lower, hardly any. That's why there's a discrepancy in the severe weather risk in that part of the state. I think the best is going to be from Little Rock down I-30 to Texarkana, I think later today. What's up, Bill? Guys, we're kind of almost like in a little bit of an intermission right now. I don't really know. Like, honestly, I don't really know what I want to do right now. Like, because if I end the stream and then start it back up later if I need to, I guess. But even then, I'm not so sure that, like, I'm going to have, I don't know. Guys, what I'm probably going to just do is just end the stream now. It's almost noon. We're going to have, I think, a pretty good intermission outside of this one storm in southeast Oklahoma that's headed east toward like Mena. But who knows if that will even stay. I don't know. It makes me nervous doing that. I don't know. I don't know if that's the right move. Honestly, I don't really know. I feel like I should pull over somewhere. Mena's not that far, but the problem is, man, you get south of Mena, it's like unchaseable. Mena's 45 miles away, an hour and 20. Who's to say that's even gonna, that might even go south there, that area, I don't know. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go have some lunch, stay updated on the radar, have updates on my Facebook all day today. If things are starting to look grim locally, I might go out, but I'll probably save the chasing perspectives for tomorrow. Get back in the car tomorrow, stream. I think we're gonna have the potential for some tornadoes tomorrow. That's probably what I'll do. Thank you for the motivation, Brian. That's that storm that's in southeast Oklahoma, though. They're near Raton, south of Clayton, is something that needs to be watched closely. So we'll have to watch that as it moves towards western Arkansas here over the next hour or two. Guys, thank you so much for watching this far. Thank you for sending these super chats, sending money on Cash App, all that stuff. I'm going to go have lunch. I have not ate. And like I said earlier, I'll have updates on Facebook and my usual, do it all day. So thank you for following and watching, and stay tuned. If I go live later